hippie hut down a country road. There's a girl named Jonesy with a carefree soul. She's got chickens in the yard, running wild and free, and she's rolling up her life in a sweet green dream. Jonesy in her hippie hut, life's a breeze, smoking that good stuff, feeling so at ease, with the chickens clucking and the sun so bright. Jonesy's living in her own kind of life. She wakes up with the sunrise, no shoes on her feet, dancing in the garden to a reggae beat. She's got a peace sign hanging on her front porch swing, and a big old smile for everything. Jonesing in her hippie hut, life's a breeze, smoking that good stuff, feeling so at ease, with the chickens clucking and the sun so bright. Jones's living in her own kind of life. She's got no worries, just the earth and sky, living her life, no need to try, with a heart full of love and a head full of dreams. Jones's riding on life's sweet stream. Jonesing in her hippie hut, life's a breeze, smoking that good stuff, feeling so at ease, with the chickens clucking and the sun so bright. Jones's living in her own kind of life. So if you ever feel lost or caught in a bind, just think of Jones and you'll surely find that the simple life's the one that's truly free, in a hippie hut, just like Jones and you see. So if you ever feel lost or caught in a bind, just think of Jones and you'll surely find that the simple life's the one that's truly free, in a hippie hut, just like Jones and you see.
Good morning. Can y'all hear me? Let me get a thumbs up if you can hear me. Let's see. Loud and clear. Okay, good. Hey, Grandma Sherry. Good morning, Zen. Good morning, Grain. Who knows? Hey, Mama. Hey, Sweet Tea. Glad to see you, baby. Hey, Queen Bella. Lindsay Lee. So Flow. Fire ass Bish. Remy. Thank you, baby. Hey, Bridget. Hey, Pearl. Yeah, blame Jones in 2025. Listen, story of my motherfucking life. Good. Hey, Zero Jules. So glad to see y'all. You all suck. Yeah, you all suck. Hey, Andy. Girl. Good Nunya, good morning. Waiting at the airport, popping in to say good morning and behave while I'm gone. I'll do my best, girl. Uh-oh, she is. She is here. Hey, Penny. Glad to see you. All right, so trying to think of the best way to approach this. So I've had some people, right? I have some people saying, yeah, no, don't touch this situation between Queen Bee and Center and I guess Hong and all them. Don't touch it. Don't approach it. Don't speak on it. You've been doing really good staying out of it. And then I've got others saying, but bro, like, trying to think. There are others saying that are wondering why I'm not all hyped up about the shit. And I just wanted to give kind of my thoughts on it and the rundown of how I see it in my mind. And it's not going to be exactly what everybody or how everybody else sees it, but it's what I perceived from all of the situations overall. So, everything mainly started with Savage. Not that Savage did something wrong, but just that her and Queen started going at it. And that led to families' pictures being put out, cars being put out, people showing their own homes. And that was just a whole hot mess on its own. Brittany J went live and stood up for Savage and said it was wrong for Queen Bee to show her family's pictures. So then Queen Bee decided to weaponize and use the way she, quote unquote, stood up for Brittany J as a way to weaponize the video that she knows she had sent to her from Cotton Candy Boobs. And that's where I come in because I was around back then. That's why me and Deets did the live stream we did, because when she said that, and she said that she had Brittany J's back, and she told Cotton Candy to take it down, we knew she was lying. She did tell Cotton Candy to take it down eventually, though. I do give her that. So, when she was lying about it, she kept saying she made a call to her police department and made a report on it. Then she went up there and made a report on it. Then she was going to go up there and get the report and show us the report she made on it. Well, she didn't do any of it. So me thinking it's my business, like I can do the timeline and I can put that stuff out with Deets all day long. If you're not willing to see it, you're not willing to see it. But for me, I put myself in it more so than I needed to be. Like, I can correct the timeline, I can put the facts out there, you can take it or not. But in order to prove something that wasn't my business to prove, I FOIA'd the report or any call that Queen Bee made to make a report about the Cotton Candy Boobs situation. Surprise, there was no report made. But they did give me another report. And I should have kept that quiet. Period. Point blank. I was wrong for doing the FOIA solely because it is going, even though I wouldn't say, I don't know. I toss and turn on the whole, was the FOIA wrong? I don't necessarily think the FOIA was wrong. I think sharing the information from the FOIA was wrong. That's where I went wrong and everything. Because we FOIA stuff all the time. So I can take that. I can take that. I can say I'm wrong for that. I'm wrong for sharing the FOIA information that I got on the first FOIA, not what's going on right now. I have nothing to do with what's going on right now. But also after the FOIA situation, I think it was like, I think Center exposed it, and then it was like 2 weeks later, Queen Bee decided to go live on Thanksgiving night and talk about it. And then, hold on. Oh, we're gonna get to that, Pearl. Let me start your comment. Um, so after the FOIA, and after she approached it, 2 weeks after Center revealed it, she goes live. She talks about it. You know, she's really upset about it. Okay, I get it. I understand. Because the FOIA was about her. There were no kids doxxed. There were no kids searched for. There were no kids FOIA'd. You legally cannot FOIA a minor. So, um, the uh, the anger that came out of her when she found out that I FOIA'd. I expected some anger. I didn't expect exactly what I get, right? What I got, which was calling my job, doxing my dad's property, where my child rides the school bus to, or did. So that's two real life things. And then threatening to expose my mom's abuse that she went through. Two out of the three things have already happened. The next thing on the list, she's already dog whistled CPS. She's already dog whistled more people to call my job. The next thing on the list would be to actually expose my mother's trauma, or maybe find out where Tony works and get him start calling his job. So at that moment, when I seen the lengths she was willing to go, yes, they did. She said she was going to call my job Chico. I don't know if it was her. She said it twice. And then the second time, B10 was like, no, you need to stop. You don't need to do that. And she was dead set that she was absolutely going to be calling my job that afternoon. And somebody sure enough did. Which my job's safe. So I'm good on that. But it's still the simple fact. So I don't know if it was her or somebody she dog whistled to, because she told them exactly where I worked. She told them the town, everything, my whole name, everything. So when I seen the links she was willing to go, I made a police report. And in my police report, it tells about this whole situation, where it stemmed from, how it started. It does not mention Brittany J's name. Um, and it was just for me to notate, like, what's going on. Like, I deserve a response, but I don't think I deserved what she gave. Um, Two real life things because I FOIA'd you. That's a lot. That's a lot. So I made the police report, because she also said she was going to be calling on my dad, calling my dad's where he's retired from, which is the sheriff's department, and tell them things he's been doing on these YouTube streets, and he ain't even been on. So that happened too. After I made the report, they said, just the best thing to do is just ignore, ignore, ignore. And any further harassment, like name drops or job drops or CPS dog whistles that you come across, it would look better if you're not entertaining her. That way, when you come and document it, we can show that you weren't entertaining her. So, okay, cool. What it did was give me an excuse to be like, fuck it, this is too much. So, I made the report and I shut the fuck up. I've been shut up for a month now. Has it changed anything? No. There's still been things I've had to add to the report. I absolutely don't listen. I won't listen. But my friends and the people around me know if they hear something like that, the CPS dog whistles, the job dog whistles, dropping my kid's name or my dad's address again, they are to clip it and send it. That's it. That way I can have it reported. I have not said a fucking thing. I have pulled back. I have retreated. I waved my white flag. I know. I'm starring the comments as I go. So, when this all hit the fan, right? Sinner does what Sinner's going to do. He's doing what he said he was going to do from the beginning. Do I agree with the report he put out? No, solely because it involves the kids. That's it. That's all. Do I still support Sinner? I absolutely do. That's my prerogative. If it's not something you can handle, I understand it. But it's my prerogative. And I absolutely still support him. That's my homie. He's beating himself up because I think more so because he feels like he's been left alone. And it's not that he's been left alone. It's that a month ago, I made the report and I stopped speaking about the bee. And then I thought, okay, this is going to go good because then Savage stopped, right? Savage stopped entertaining her. And then Sinner stopped entertaining her for a couple of weeks. And I was like, look at us. Look at us. We're good. You know, we ain't got to entertain that. We can. Savage started doing locale stuff. I started doing stuff with other people. Like, we don't have to entertain it, right? So I thought it was just going to be done and over with. So when Sinner comes out and posts this report, first off, I can't celebrate it because it's about the kids. It's like literally about her kids and her. Not her threatening another kid's mom. You know what I'm saying? It's actually pertaining to her and her kids. So I couldn't celebrate it for that reason, but I also couldn't celebrate anything or say good job, buddy, or you're a piece of shit, queen. I couldn't say any of that because I had already withdrawn. I had already removed myself. So some people are confused, like, why are you not rah rah yip yay? You know, why are you not going hard for her anymore the same way you were before? This is why. It's because all I have left for her to go after is my mom and my husband. That's it. She's went after my dad. She's went after me. She's went after my child. She's went after my job. And she likes to blame the foia. She wants to blame the foia for whatever this emailer is doing, sending this stuff out to people. My foia ain't got shit to do with Judici. If you want to blame somebody, you need to blame yourself. You need to blame Burnt Toast and anybody else that sends people over there to view the lawsuit documents. Because I'm sure that's how it was found. Because when we seen the whispers of it going around, it was right there under the docket. I haven't sent no emails out. I'm not working with the green team or Hong, who is manic as fuck right now, by the way, on his uh Twitter. Everybody's doing too much in that case. Everybody. That's another topic. So at some point I had to decide, like, is this bitch worth it? And after getting that police report and them telling me, just sit back, let it happen how it's meant to happen. I did that, and after a week of doing that, I realized how much I enjoyed being out of everything. Like, y'all can keep bitching, but I'm just going to remove myself. And it was enjoyable. So then I was like, I came, you know, I had discussions with Nunya and Deets and my close girls in the Discord, and we tend to forget sometimes that everybody's not on Discord. So that's why I'm doing this live now, because I wanted to let all my supporters know why you're not getting the go after Queen energy from me anymore. And it's because it's not worth my life. Not my life, like as in life or death. It's not worth harm coming to the people in my life. When it comes to that, pride has no bearing. My pride or the people in my life's safety, emotionally, mentally, physically, I'm always going to choose the people in my life. Fuck my pride. It's not conceding. It's not conceding. It's saying you're just not worth it. And if Brittany J or Center or whoever else wants to keep going for her, that's their decision. That's their decision. But I stopped a month ago. I stopped a month ago. So I hope it's more understandable that of why I'm not going after Queen about this and why I'm not still tit for tatting with Queen. She's tit and tatting over there by herself. And that's not my responsibility to deal with because I have removed myself. She is dead to me. She will continue to be dead to me. And I just don't fuck with ghosts. You heard? Like, I ain't trying to get EVPs out here. I ain't trying to hear shit this soul is saying. I ain't trying to do none of that. I'm trying to keep it moving. You might have unfinished business, but that unfinished business isn't mine. My responsibility is my responsibility. And my foia is my foia, and that was my wrong. It has nothing to do with what's going on right now. Thank you, Bridget. I know. Yeah, I am. Exactly, Chico. The definition of insanity is doing the same shit for the same reaction. That's exactly right. And like, trying to prove she was a liar and doing that for you, that wasn't my business. I can prove she's a liar just by putting the timeline out, like me and Deets did. It didn't have to go no further, but I let my emotions and my personal problem that I have with her get in the way. So when she continued to lie, I decided to FOIA it. It came back with something other than that, and I should have kept that to myself. That's on me. But again, that got my job called. That got my dad's address doxed, where my son was riding the bus to. It got my mother threatened. It got my stepdad, who passed away very traumatically. It got him brought up. It got my my dad threatened. It was, the FOIA did not deserve all of that. But she wants to make sure that she makes an example of me. That people understand that if you're willing to go this route, you need to be prepared. And I absolutely fucking agree. And that's what I was trying to tell Brittany J the other day when she was thinking about going over that record. And I was trying to tell her, I'm not telling you not to do something. I'm saying you're going to do what you want to do, but just know it can always get nastier and it can always get worse. Yeah, Willow, exactly. Like if I didn't have to worry about my job or my husband's job or CPS or, my mom, if I didn't have all that to fall back and worry on, then I absolutely would be everything goes, balls to the walls at this point. I absolutely would. But I got too much to protect. But I do understand why some people feel like, where'd the energy go? I totally get it. But the energy went out the window a month ago when all of our energy went out the window. Like I moved on, Savage moved on, Center moved on, but then Center came back. I just haven't came back and I don't plan on it. Like I said, when you're dead to me, you're dead to me. I ain't trying to resurrect nothing. And I damn sure ain't trying to ghost hunt your ass. That's it. Dead and gone. I heard another creator said that anyone who received the infamous email should have approached Queen Bee directly about the email. You think anyone, but especially Joneson, could do that? Um, I wouldn't have. And I have my reasons. Like, she comes out here saying I doxed her child. Where? But you did dox mine, didn't you? So it's like, you expect me to have some respect and give a fuck about anybody who put my child in danger? Who's called my job? Who's threatened to expose the abuse my mom went through? You expect that from me? Shit. Miss me with that shit. That ain't never gonna happen. Furthermore, if I was to do something like that and send it and say, hey, just so you know, heads up, this person's sending out random emails, it would have just been spun. It would have been spun into, look at Jones and trying to act like she's not the one sending these emails. Fuck out of here. Miss me with that shit. When you're in my shoes, then you can have something to say. It's a little weird to me that all her shit is ignored, but you're supposed to yell at everyone who's done her dirty. Exactly, Sue. I ain't finna yell at nobody that's doing her dirty. Like, I ain't saying I condone it, but I damn sure ain't coming out bells and whistles and hooting and hollering for her. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Everyone seems to forget that this document appeared on X way before Center put it out. It's public record. I don't know when it appeared. Oh, Nunya, you're supposed to be on the airplane. Fuck out of here with that. One, she was well aware this happened. Two, she would never contact anyone else. She would have shown the same exact report if it was someone they didn't like. That's a joke. Never. And that leads me to my next point. I want y'all to remember all of this next time you go to pull up Bullhorn Betty's record. Next time you go to pull up uh Cam and Allie's record. Next time you go to pull up why White Boy got locked up. Next time you go to pull up Benny Keys and why he got locked up. Because the same way y'all go into showing those things, it's no different than what just happened with Queen. No different. No difference at all. But it's okay to go over Betty. I mean, even I have done that. I've went over Betty's criminal record because it's all right there. It's so easy to go to manateecounty.com and look up her record, right? And look at all her charges. Well, it's just as easy to do the same with Rebecca. So it's okay for everybody to do that to Betty, but it's not okay, including them, including Queen herself. But it's not okay that people do it to her. It's wild, man. The document was put on X before noon. I don't pull records, but I will point out shitty behaviors. Absolutely. Well, Chico, the reason we would go to her records is because she would be like, I know for sure during Leilani Simon's case, she would be out there calling people drug addicts and saying this and that. And we would go right to Manatee County, pull up her record and say, who are you to call anybody a drug addict? Look at these charges, right? It ain't no different than what is happening right now with her. So if you're willing to do it to someone, you got to be willing for it to be done to you. You got to know there's the possibility it will be done to you. But the one thing I know is it's not me that's done it. I FOIA'd one thing and it wasn't nothing about her record. Her record stuff is on the judici stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Yes, it's either all wrong or it's all okay. So y'all are out here fucking going hard about Center putting that report out, which I understand some of the anger or aggravation. I understand some of it. I do. But you don't think looking up Betty's stuff exposes her mama and her daddy and her grandchildren and her ex-husband? It does. I'm just using Betty as an example because she's the only one I can think of right now. But you don't think that going online and looking that stuff up live does the same thing to them, to her family? Not the pizzazzes. Yeah, all children should be off limits, not just hers, not just the bees. All children. And she'll say, well, the reason all children aren't off limits is because you FOIA'd my child. No, I FOIA'd you for those specific dates, looking for the phone call where you called in and reported Cotton Candy Boobs sending you an inappropriate video. From there, I fucked up though, because what I received back was not that. And what I received back, I should have kept it to myself. I didn't. That's where I fucked up. And that's where I apologize. And that's the only thing I'm sorry for. Right. Exactly, Chico. Like, I can support Center and not support every move he makes. I just, the shit out here is unreal. By the Hive's logic, Savage's minor family members were on YouTube, so that means you could strike up a live and show any channel with her minor family members, and it's okay. I'm guessing it won't be okay. Oh, yeah. Of course it wouldn't be okay. Yes, that's where it started, but I escalated it. I escalated it. Not by not by requesting the FOIA to prove. I mean, really, that wasn't my business either, right? It's not my business to keep trying to prove her to be a liar. I proved it with the timeline that me and Dietz did. But she continued to lie, and I let it get to me. So then I went a little further. Well, let's FOIA if she made this report. Okay, fine. It's what I did with what I got back, which was share it. So that's where I went wrong. Yeah, she did. She was going to. She decided not to the next day. Yeah, they're on a mission. Yeah. And because I do fuck with Center and I do like Center, that's my homie. Like, I just don't want him, I want him to know what could happen. I know that. I know that. And it does make me feel better that other people are seeing that too, Bella. But it's not just me. It's like nobody brings your kids up. It's just you constantly. And that's on you. That's your decision. I agree, Gigi. I agree. Yanni, you're not wrong, babe. You're not wrong. You got to realize when you, exactly, Sativa, you got to realize when you are constantly putting yourself into other people's business, they will do the same to you. I don't have no business to get into. I don't have a criminal record. So the next best thing is to call my job, to dox my dad's address, to exploit my mother's trauma. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. You got this, girl. I've been enjoying my time away from the shit. I've honestly just been sitting in the background watching everything go down with my popcorn and Diet Coke, to be quite honest. Like, this shit's been, it's nice to not be involved. How about that? But I can't not be involved because somebody keeps involving me with something I have nothing to do with. I agree. Yeah, no, he's not stalking her kids. That's so extreme. It just happens to be that the FOIA I got involved her kids as a background story, but the FOIA that was sent out to people's emails, that one definitely involved her kids in a more like the report was specifically about that. I agree, Zen. You know, Donna, I don't disagree. But again, there's certain things I'm just not willing to approach when it comes to her because I know what she'll do. She got me by my sweaty balls, I guess. I get it, Donna. I really do. The kids shouldn't know about any of this. Like it's not their business. It's not her kid's business for her to even know who Center is. It's not her business to know about the FOIA to be fighting over it. That miss me with the bullshit. No more balls talk. That's so fucked up, Madison. That's so fucked up. When you realize you're dealing with somebody who knows no lows, that's when you have to decide for yourself if it's worth it to keep going back and forth. And if Center decides for himself that it's worth it for him to keep going back and forth, then do your thing, bro. I'm here. I support you. But it doesn't mean I will support every step of the journey. But I support the intentions. I support what he is trying to do. Hey, AMAC. Oh, look. By the way, let me show y'all what AMAC got me. This is one of my... Okay, here.
I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a silly little sneaky snake. Just slither on in and let Jones in. That's right, Jones in. Know that you are the sneakiest snake all around the streets of YouTube. And I appreciate your slithering little sneaky self, and you should never ever change. So Jonesin, keep on slithering, keep on being a sneaky snake, and remember the most important thing, Jonesin. Once you're done slithering in the garden, catching that mouse, you tell everyone you see. I'm a snake. I'm a silly little snugger snake.
Y'all. Do y'all remember that guy from, what was it, Vine Days? Mm. AMAC got that for me. Isn't that funny? And look, I made a super chat with it too.
I'm a snake. I'm a silly little snugger snake.
uh, I know, right, Kay? I'm so glad to see you, by the way. Yeah, the very important details that got us to this point is purposely ignored. It is. But to expect me to stand up for someone who is doxed my dad's address, essentially doxing my kid, whether she knew it or not, someone that called my job or had someone call my job, someone that keeps dog whistling CPS, and you expect me to stand up for that? Nah. I don't stand up for ghosts anyways. I don't fuck with ghosts. I agree, love and life. I just hope that everybody, or my people, I'm not worried about everybody else. I wanted my subs to understand why I have pulled back. I pulled back initially because when I made the police report, I was told to do that. Um, and through the month, I realized like it's so much calmer and so much more peaceful staying out of it. And so that's what I decided to do. I let it go and let God. That's what I've done. Oh shit. If we're being honest, this didn't start a FOIA. This started because Emmy did not choose a side when Bash went to meet BHB, but nobody wants to be honest about that. Yeah. This goes back a long way, but it take a lot of timelining to show everything. Good morning, Coco. Good morning, Lily Beans. Good morning, Lula. I'm glad to see y'all. Hey, Truth. Tell us how you really feel. Listen, that one ain't even worth it either. That's why I said I'm not doing this live for anybody else. I'm doing it solely for my supporters and the people I like and I deal with every time I go live. Oh, well, Willow. As I said, I'm here. I'm here. I'm not engaging in it. But I'm here. I support it. She on chat patrol. Mm-mm-mm. Just like when Molly was doxing people, nobody cared that Blank Screen shared photos of Molly at her mother's funeral. I did. I called it out. The pics were all shared around. Bad people doing bullshit don't get sympathy. I agree. Donnie, you making some on point comments in here this morning. Um, I don't know. Emmy has pretty much stayed out of everything. She hasn't, like, even when she's in Center's chat, she's, you know, she's not commenting pertaining to Queen or the situation. She's just greeting people mainly and dropping links, I think. So I'm not sure why she keeps. I am sure why she keeps going after Emmy, because when she can't hurt you, she goes after the people you love. Donna is on point, isn't she? JP said a long time ago she finds joy in bullying and hurting people. Yep, she said it on my panel. She absolutely did. You're right. Sad existence to me, but that's her heart condition to live in. Yeah, that's a her problem, not a everybody else problem. And if she says something unkind about you, or something untrue, the best thing is just to remember what Nunya just said. She enjoys bullying and being hurtful, being mean. You can't fuck with people like that. That's right, love in the laundry. Yeah, yeah, I know. That don't matter here. And that's why I said truth. That's why I blocked her from my page, because until you can hold everyone accountable across the board, don't come trying to get answers from me, bitch. I don't have to tell you shit. Yeah, yeah, they are. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Matt, consider the source. Don't let your feelings get hurt by her. There you go. That's exactly what. Yep, that's going to be our new thing. Ghost. Ghost. 100%. You can't, like, we're not ghost hunters. We ain't trying to go out here and contact the dead. We're good. Zen, I didn't know. I didn't know. I knew a little bit of what could come from me calling her out, but to this extent, mm-mm. The main thing I can say and be proud of, though, is that I've never doxed a child. I've never put a child in harm's way. That's one thing I can say. Well, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'm going to go home and create my grocery list and spend some time with the honey because he's off today. I agree with that, Willow. I agree with that. Okay, yeah. Link in bio. Thank y'all for being here. I really just wanted to explain why I'm not entertaining or jumping in on the queen bee stuff right now, and that's why, because it's just not worth it when again, like I said earlier, when it comes to my pride or my family, my pride don't mean shit, and I need to protect my family at all costs, and that's what matters to me. And anybody whose family does matter to them, who truly wants to protect their family, wouldn't be doing this. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Have a good rest of your day. It's Monday. Bye.
Have you ever noticed that when someone can't face their own faults, they make you the problem instead? It's easier for them to paint you as the villain than to confront their own mistakes or take responsibility for their actions. By placing the blame on you, they create a convenient distraction from the truth they've been avoiding. But no matter how much they deflect or shift the narrative, it doesn't change the reality of their behavior. Their actions are a reflection of their own inner struggles and insecurities, not a measure of your worth or who you are. You don't have to carry the weight of their unresolved issues. Those belong to them, not you.
If you ever feel lost or caught in a bind, just think of Jones and you'll surely find that the simple life's the one that's truly free. In a hippie hut, just like Jones and you see.